Hello, and welcome back. Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, sales video. That's pretty good. Got kind of an electronic feel to it. And fade away. Stop music. Thanks. We'll get to what's in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? We'll get to that in a little bit. So, the usual things. So I got got that stuff yesterday. I was gonna go a little further today. The sales by whatever time it was enough to where I could have just skipped a Saturday sales video, and then I could have just got the stuff packaged up and gone a little farther today. And I was trying to do a farther route to not be driving back, when it's dark at 5:30. It's going to happen regardless. And so, there's until the 21st of December, and then it starts to get lighter every day after that. But either way, I will take a trip out there. I just really, if I don't have to drive in the dark or the snow or the rain or anything like that, just do myself and yourself a favor and just don't. However, it's nature of the beast. Going to have to go out there sometime and go to some of these different stores regardless all the time. There's enough stores on a frequent route that are about 40 minutes away and then hitting stores on the way back. There's plenty of routes for that. The farther routes, so even Avon isn't too far. That one just takes some time because there's 8, 9, can be even 10 stores depending on which ones I want to go to. Going down to Wadsworth, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if I go to that one, and 7 if I go all the way down to Worcester. Worcester from here, Wayne County is down there. Or Worcester's in Wayne County from the book I got yesterday. From here to that store is probably an hour and a half. No traffic. There's a bunch coming back up, and it's about an hour to the first store, the Salvation Army in Copley. So those are the two much longer distance time routes. I'll figure that out sometime. And either way, I open up my calendar, I see where I haven't been to in at least 2 weeks or more. That's where I go. Guess we'll go from there. All right. Let's find out what I sold. I should just say find out what sold. I didn't really take this up to the buyer, the eBay person in person. Be like, hey, you're going to buy this? No, that's what sold. Doesn't matter. But, all right. So speaking of the fix, greatest hits, sealed. 99.99% of any of the tapes that are going to be shown in any of the sourcing videos, until I list the used ones, which are going to go up today, and I'll show the drawer of what I ended up with, and I'll show what wasn't worthwhile for me to list. Those are going to be, they're going to be sealed. 17. All right. I have this Girl Named Tom CD. I know it's in the sourcing video. I remember that. I believe the date stamp is within the time frame. I did look a couple of these up, the date stamps wise, so I can kind of have some talking points. Yeah, so this is from May. So, all right. That one's not too bad, but that's $30. This book, I think, is from much longer. Yeah, so this book right here should be about right. All right. This book was from September of 2024, and I got 32. We have another book, which I know I got not too long ago. That one's 31, Book of Job, or Story of Job. And we have a winner, Alien Dinner, UFOs, the Footage Archives. So I got this one and another UFO. I want to say I got 2 UFO type DVDs one day. And if I did, then I'm going to keep going with the story that I'm thinking in my head here that the other DVD or DVDs, whatever it was, already sold. This, what is it? A 5-disc DVD set going international. 118. 118. And that's not even the good sale. And I don't remember where I got it from. You just have to kind of keep in mind that of the physical media that I buy, for the most part, it's going to be $2 average across the board for what I'm buying. Some DVD and DVD sets might be $3, might be $4. So even if I say it's $4, even if I say it was $5, even if I say I paid $10, still $120. 118. Now this Mad Skills, I think I've had this one. This is from March of 2024. So some media definitely sticks around. And this one sold for $22. A pair of sunglasses, Circus by Sam Edelman. They're not much, they're $12. These ones don't have a date stamp. So I've had these for almost 4 years, at least over 3. We will. I usually don't. I'll usually just give what sold in the order of which they sold. But I'm not going to tear this box out and then have it all in my little area here. So that one can wait. All right. Barry Harris, The Bird of Red and Gold CD. $20. This one looks like I've had this one for a little while too. March. So 6, 7, 8 months. Well, 7 months. And not and, it's on this box. The Retirement Sale. Black Robe, DVD, $10. All right, let's find out what's in the box. No! It's Blondie's head. All right, so here we have these car speakers. So I got these down at the Habitat for Humanity in Randall, and that's also where like the Little Value World is. Their stuff is $2 a hardcover. Basically, all other media is $1. Sometimes they'll run sales: 3 books for $1, 4 books for $1, two DVDs or CDs for $1. Sometimes, but it's still media is just super cheap there. So, and then right beside that is the Habitat for Humanity. It's basically in the same, not really the same plaza. I mean, Habitat for Humanity is right here, and you got to go like a couple buildings here, and then the Thrift World, Value World's right here. But you just go right through the parking lot. So got those maybe quite a few months ago. They sat in a spot down here where it's just like these are just bigger things that I'll get to eventually. About a month later, I got that listed, and I got that Ecta projector Kodak 285 something listed. That's up for about like $300. So that I paid up for. I paid $60 for that. But even after everything's all said and done, and it's shipped and fees and all that, for what I paid, it's still well over $100 profit on it. But that's one of those. There's a couple of them that are listed They don't sell super fast. The one I have is pretty mint. One of the little door pins that goes in, so it acts as the carrier pin for the door is broke, but that door covers up the cords. So if you're going to use it, you have to have the door down anyhow. So these speakers sold for $229. Now they are listed for $263. Someone came in with the best offer on it, and that auto accepted. They paid, and this was last night at 10 o'clock, 10:10, and they haven't messaged me back. They're like, "Oh, I really don't want them." Now, the other part about these speakers is I had them out and I put them in not this way, but vertical in the box, and this, like, it would have been lipped up, would have been like this if I wanted to close it properly. So then I took it and I put it in sideways, like I'll bet you it'll fit in sideways, and it does, and it's jammed in there. Fortunately, there's sharp objects that'll cut this tape, and I just push the box out, and I just re-tape this. But I want to add a little more padding inside, some more bubble wrap or padding inside of the actual the speaker box itself. So, and I went ahead and pre-gauged of what this would be to ship it. $820 to ship this, and it's going to 01. I don't know if there's. I don't want to push that button, but maybe it'll get me to somewhere. It's going to South Hadley, Massachusetts. So that's still 1,000 miles, and shipping this out for $8, right? 8 and change. It'll be a little more. It'll be a couple dollars more for the insurance, but I'll go over to Pirate Ship. Although the prices that they charge for their shipping matches what eBay does for the cubic and so on and so forth. However, if you need to add additional insurance, it's $1 per $100 for them, as opposing to $1.70 for the first 100, which you shouldn't have to pay because all services except media mail and there's 2 more: library mail, which we don't use library mail, and the eBay envelope, which that comes with $20. So you shouldn't have to pay the first 100 for that. So usually is what I'll do. Well, if it's going 100 with them, I file a case with them, and then if you get a third-party insurance, such as through eBay or through whichever else it may be, if this needed insured for 200, the first 100 USPS covers, and then I will insure something for an additional 100. So if anything happens, I'll have to file 2 claims. And I mean, what does that do? It saves me 80 cents, $1 something each time. The last time I had any sort of damage or theft claim, I mean, you're insuring, putting the extra insurance on something for reasons. Primarily, it's going to be for something that gets lost. You still don't want to have that happen to where you don't put insurance on a $50 item or a $100 item, and then you're completely out. For the most part, I don't have any problem with media mail. I just had a repeat buyer show me pictures that a couple of the CDs, the actual cases, got broke. So I just refunded him partially. And he's like, that's not going to affect it because I've bought from you before. I know how you package. So just the USPS beat out of, not real bad, but bad enough. So, yeah, I guess that's all that story. Add insurance if you want. Chances are you going to need it? No, but that's why the insurance is also known as in case it happens, right? For something that's $50, $60, somewhere around 50 and more, most of the time with the media, I just pay for the ground advantage shipping, whatever that's going to be. A lot of times it'll just be cheaper just to pay that ground advantage shipping that comes with the insurance, as opposing to doing a media mail rate and then paying additional insurance. And even if the ground advantage is 20 cents more, ultimately all added up, it's still getting to them faster. Um, and I've never, anytime I've had to do a claim with insurance with the Ground Advantage, I mean, I got whatever my result in within like a week, 10 days. I mean, a lot of them will be like 30 days or which, no. So, kind of rambling on about that one. So, ultimately, what was verify it's you? Yep, I see me. All right. So it is 603 in sales and 520 product cost received out of 10 orders. So knowing that this is where this kind of video was going, I went ahead and got a screenshot earlier of even after the shipping of what's going to cost for all these here, it's still not going to take a whole lot out of the screenshot that's showing right now. The amount that's on what would otherwise be the far right, the net amount, it's going to go down by about $60 for these items for the shipping. And all my, now maybe almost 20 years ago, I may have had $10,000 month. This account isn't that old, and even if it was, you can't go that far back. And but as for technically, after all sales and fees and all that other stuff, October 2025 was my highest gross sales month. And that translates to highest payout month. Now, will it be that I can find those tapes like that again? Probably not. Will it be that I can go out and find items that are $100, $200, $300 and they can all, yeah, that's the thing about going out and getting stuff, because I have things in here that I've had for well over a year that are $30. So there's a lot of things that are out there that are going to be $100, $200, $300, and I find a lot of $100 items at least a handful a week, 90 to 100, $200 at least. And that's one of the things that really keeps me going out and looking. It's going to be, yeah, granted, there's going to be a lot of bread and butter in the mix, but per se, I already scouted this. I put it on a stack for me to go ahead and start scanning. I scan it. I see, well, it could sell for $10, $12. This was probably 50 cents or $1. I'm not going to spend $3 on something that would sell this slow or for 10, $11. So I'm like, all right, well, it's got enough to it. Put it down, bread and butter. And then when you get to scanning and looking more stuff, you're going to come across the $30, $40, $50 things, which is great because, then you got a $50 sale, so you make a little more. And then you end up with the $70, $80, $100, $150 items way more frequently. And in media, and it's because there's a lot of it out there, but it doesn't take long to really start to attenuate your eyes and your brain to what to kind of look for. And sometimes, not this exactly, but sometimes it's just like, oh, DVDs, 25 cents. So it'll be anything that'll sell for close to $10, if not over. $10 and more, if not a little under. Say it like that. And I'm paying 25 cents. It doesn't matter if it sells for 10. I'm still making like $3. And it's basically, you have this here. If it's open, you take the insert out, you take that out, insert here, picture disc here, flip it over. I mean, I got through those drawers that I got. Each drawer had at least 43 cassettes in it. And I got pictures of every single cassette in each drawer, 2 drawers, in like a little over an hour. 2 days in a row. So I had half of one drawer done, video made, edited, posted, stuff packaged, drink coffee, slow down for a little, for about 10 minutes, get the camera, phone, start taking pictures, and I had all the pictures done for 2 drawers, and then half of one drawer done by the time the mail was here, a little bit after 12. And then the rest of them didn't take that long. I mean, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday I did the sealed CD, and there's only 11 that got posted out of like 18. Those are actually still right here. Those are nothing spectacular, like 230 out of the 11 CDs, $230. But the day before was the cassettes, and I was still done at like 4 o'clock with the 2 whole drawers. Like, the more you do stuff, the more you become accustomed to what's going to make things easier. And it's good to be able to get that many pictures and get that amount of stuff listed and done. 2 whole drawers done. That's 80 plus listings. Said and done within 10 to 4, 6 hours. That's going to be give or take. That's why I like the physical media. It's just a couple quick pictures. Books are going to be anywhere from 4 to 8 pictures, really depends. But I find it that books that have like the listings I do, I can command $20 more for a book, $50 more for a book that will sell for that $20, $30, $40, $50 more, because some people will otherwise just get a picture of here's the book, here's a page. And they're asking whatever amount, it may be fair value amount for the book, but they're asking that. It's like, well, I'll get a picture of this, get a picture of the side or of the bottom edge, side edge, top edge, then I will flip this over and I'll get a picture angled in this way. That way you can see the spine and the back. And then the first couple pages, if there's any, that should be in the listing. Anything like that, we'll have a picture. And then I will go to, if the printing year is right here, I will take a picture of that. And then always the page that has the printing year, and maybe just a couple random pages in there. It is nothing. It's, you have the book here, picture, rotate, picture, rotate, picture. It's, what is another 8 seconds, 12, 15, 20 seconds to get a couple more pictures. All right, so that's going to wrap that one up. So, like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. I mean, I can stick with the pictures, but that's kind of common sense. Physical media is everywhere. It's cheap. It's easy to work with. And it sells fast. Like your mom. Let me think you going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It's all free. To help me, help you, so we can help other people learn about selling physical media on eBay. Appreciate it. Thank you.